This one's loaded with psycho killers.
And I'm standing right next to one.
Today on the show, Tommy and I review Breakdown on the Xbox, Syphon Filter the Omega Strain for the PlayStation 2, Hitman Contracts, and in Versus, it's Resident Evil Outbreak against Siren, two survival horror games for the PlayStation 2. First game that we're going to talk about today is something very, very original. It's from Namco for the Xbox. It's called Breakdown.
I kind of felt like this was like kind of trying to rip off Matrix.
Yes.
A bit in this
well,
thing.
What's so original about this is that it's a first-person shooter experience from Japan, and we're not used to seeing first-person games from Japan. It's not just you're holding the gun and running around all over the place. You can see your entire body. You know, basically you're right through the eyes of your character.
Right.
And it's not just gun battles. A big chunk of this game is first-person, hand-to-hand combat. You can kick people, you can punch them, you can do 1-2 punch combos.
Roll around on the floor.
You can do some rolls.
Now, one of the problems I had, though, was that the combinations to kind of roll around and do things, they were, you know, up, left, R1.
Very complicated.
Very complicated. You wanted to be able to do that stuff,
yes,
but with one button press,
yes,
or have it do it automatically.
There's a lot of stuff that you can interact with, which I thought was really cool. I mean, you can walk up to hamburgers and eat them, and you can drink.
Dude, eating hamburgers?
In first person.
First person mood, hamburger
so
eating?
Cool.
Are you kidding me?
Or cracking a soda pop and then drinking that down.
Now, here's the thing about the soda. I gotta state this right here.
Yeah.
What they do is they have a bunch of soda, which is your health. Now, first of all, that's my first problem. Because when does soda become healthy?
I would think it would be the exact opposite.
Right.
Your health should go down.
The best thing in this game. This girl comes out of the Matrix, and I'm calling it the Matrix. Come on, they're ripping off the Matrix.
They are.
And she makes you put your finger down your throat, and you're vomiting into this toilet.
What I found was very challenging about this game is that you run out of ammunition very quickly. You pick up guns and weapons, and you can take care of like the human guards that are coming after you and stuff like that. But when you get into this hand-to-hand kind of scenario and you have to deal with everything that way, it is a little tough to do the uppercuts and the jabs, especially when you meet those really freaky, tough bad guys. You can't shoot them. They have like this shield thing going up, and then you try to beat up on them, and all they do is bash you all over the place.
And this actually brings in a really cool dynamic. You can't kill these guys, so what she tells you, she's like, run! Yeah. You don't really see a lot of that in the game.
Derek Cole, the guy that you play, he actually starts to become more powerful, just as Neo does in the Matrix. So I guess gets these special powers as he moves along. It's starting to sort of get twisted in his brain here as to exactly who he is and what he is, and that's what you're uncovering, the mystery of this thing. I really did enjoy this game. I think they did a very good job at breaking new ground here. I'm going to give it an 8. What are you going to give it?
I'm giving it a 7.5. Would have loved to have seen better controls.
On the positive side, Breakdown features an incredibly unique first-person experience. We love all of the interactive elements in this game, especially being able to eat hamburgers in that killer 3D barf. And the best part of all, more than any other game in recent memory, you really get that sense that you're looking through the eyes of the main character.
On the negative side, the storyline here follows the Matrix a little too closely. The first-person perspective is a little jumpy at times, but the real downfall is all the button combos you gotta learn to pull off some of the cool moves.
Okay, we're moving on from that innovative game to something that promised us more innovation, but I don't think really delivered. This is Syphon Filter the Omega Strain from Sony for the PlayStation 2. Now, what did you think of this one?
It strained me to play this game. What happened to Syphon Filter?
They dropped the ball on this one, man.
Dropped the ball is an understatement. This, I gotta be honest with you, no kidding around, is probably the worst third-person controls I have ever played in a video game.
But I'd say there's some Tomb Raider games and some stuff like out there that I didn't enjoy as much. They took the engine and the model of the PlayStation 1 Syphon Filter games, and of course they updated the visuals, but they gave you that same control. It's that tank style, your character pivots and rotates.
But it's even worse than that. So he's running side to side with the right stick, but then forward and back on the same stick. You can't change them.
You can't change them.
Try to go into the options. Most games have certain controls
Yes,
different things.
they should have done
This has
something
none.
here. They've created some innovative stuff, like you can actually target bad guys.
I don't know how innovative that is. We've been doing that
No,
for
but you can
years.
shoot in one direction and run in the other, you know, which is kind of cool when you look at the constant stream of regenerating bad guys that are in this ridiculous game. This time you're not playing as Gabe Logan, who's the longtime star of this series. He's sort of like your boss in this game, and you create your own character and work your way through the missions and get patches and all kinds of new rewards as you defeat the objectives. But it doesn't draw you in because it has this clumsy interface. It's just unbearable to play. You do get tons of ammo for your different weapons. You can carry 4 different weapons. You've got pistols and shotguns and machine guns and all that kind of stuff. You just kill all of these good ones. They're all over the place, but they keep popping up, and it just drives you insane. You've got objectives spread out all over the place. Interesting objectives. I like the fact that, you know, right off the bat, you got to go and collect water samples to try to isolate the virus strain that's infecting the cities and stuff like that.
Urine samples to pee all over this game.
I mean, they've definitely put some time and effort into developing a cool storyline, and the game even features online play where you can actually play these missions cooperatively.
Terrible.
But, I mean, it's cool.
You can share your agony with your best of friends.
You do. But they did some cool things where there's areas within these levels that you can't reach without the help of your friends, which I think is an interesting concept.
Interesting, but you can't move the guy, so you don't ever want to play
Yeah,
it.
I mean, they blew it. They really did.
If the controls are that bad and so clunky, I don't care how good the music is. I don't
Yes,
care
great music.
how good the graphics are.
Nice graphics,
I don't
good
care
reflection.
about the design and the innovation. When it comes down to it, I cannot play this game.
They also do stupid things like give you a lame-ass training mission where you're running through and there's no like voiceover or anything like that. You're just reading stupid little text boxes. Avoid at all costs. I'm giving Syphon Filter the Omega Strain 4 out of 10.
3.5 right here.
They blew it. On the positive side, this game features some very cool production values. The music and the graphics are very nice. The ideas for the online play in the game are very cool. And the ability to create a custom character and give them all kinds of rewards throughout the game is also a great idea.
On the negative side, the training mission is absolutely stupid. The constantly regenerating enemies are ridiculous. But where this game falls flat on its ass is the lame controls.
I was really disappointed that game sucked so bad. I always enjoyed those Syphon Filter games. Hopefully, we get something better with Hitman Contracts, which we're reviewing right after this.